Real Madrid won, AC Milan 3 at the Bernabeu. Enough time has passed. We can make the conclusion that this Mbappe experiment is over. He's not a striker. He doesn't want to play right wing, and he cannot play left wing because Vinicius Jr., who is the best in the world right now, is playing there. He has completely unbalanced this team, and not just the attacking phase or the attacking line, but the whole midfield. It looks disjointed, lacking creativity. The defense is a disaster. Had a couple injuries here and there, and removing that squad depth, and it's looking like it's going to be a disaster season for Real Madrid. 4-0 at Barca, you can understand it because Barca are the best team in the world right now. They're on fire, but 3-1 to an AC Milan who is terrible right now, which Leao had not played in about 3 games. He had not started. AC Milan are not a good team to put 3 past you at the Bernabeu after you had 1 week off. Remember, Real Madrid did not play Valencia because of the whole flooding situation, so they had more time to prepare for this game. I guess the anger was just not enough today or something, or maybe the anger kicks in next game, you know what I'm saying? They're timing it or something. I'll quickly talk about AC Milan, I'll go on to Madrid. Morata, this guy has a hard-on for Real Madrid. I think his record against them is actually nuts. He managed to stay onside this time. He scored a crucial goal. Pulisic, I thought he did good. Very underrated season for Pulisic. Hashtag Captain America, man, because this guy is pulling through. Leao against Vasquez with Theo Hernandez on his side. It was deemed to be a cookout session. I'm surprised he couldn't do more, to be honest. Good assist, but I feel like if Leao was really on it, motivated, on form, he could have done some more damage to Vasquez. But again, this is not a great AC Milan team. It's just a bad Real Madrid team. Kylian Mbappe. You cannot really judge Kylian Mbappe's signing because he was a free signing. You do not pass up on Mbappe on a free. As much as people say that Madrid made a mistake signing him, these people are all glazing the signing a couple months back, saying you cannot pass up on Kylian Mbappe on a free. You were saying that you're going to score 22 goals against everyone. Europe be scared. The PR actually got to me myself. It worked. Everybody was scared, but it just seems like along with PR, you also need football, and that's what Mbappe is lacking. We know he's a great player. He's arguably the best player in the world. The most decisive player in the world, 100%. But the guy doesn't look motivated. He doesn't look like a guy that just had his dream move. He lacks that energy. And I called it. I said, tactically, Mbappe is a problem, not just because of his position, but because his work rate. I have never seen a star player have so little work rate than Mbappe. Messi at his age, or even before, was pressing like crazy. Neymar was not a bad presser. He wasn't consistent, but when he mattered in the big games, Neymar pressed. He did his job. He didn't really stand out that bad. Cristiano is in younger days. He did his thing too. He wasn't that bad. Only in his older age, as he got closer to the box, became a tap-in merchant, is when he stopped pressing. But Mbappe, you're not on these guys' level. You should be pressing. You do not give enough to Real Madrid to not be pressing. If Mbappe scored a tap-in today, I don't think he contributed enough to the game to even call it a good game. So that's a motivation issue. That's an ego issue. Not pressing is always related to a player's ego. As older they get, the more ego they get, the lazier they usually get. And it will only get worse. I promise you, it will not get better. And Mbappe will never be a decent presser, and that is a problem for the highest level. Especially if not only are you messing the team's pressing structure up, but you're also positionally a bad fit for the team. He's not a striker. He doesn't know how to time his runs. He doesn't have hold-up play. He can't go in for headers. He goes in too deep to create play, but he's not there when he matters. Jude Bellingham is having to make these runs, these striker runs for him. And because of this, the midfield is also disjointed. Modric is 40 years old. You cannot blame Modric. He's not supposed to be this team's creative spark anymore. He's supposed to be a bench option, an experienced player in the dressing room. That's it. He cannot be your main starting guy. I'm sorry. Valverde has had an amazing season, but again, he's playing off the right wing. You can see his wife go crazy. I'm telling you, that dressing room is about to explode, dude. I don't know if he's going to take this year or next year, but it's going to explode eventually. Valverde, again, he's not a creative player. He's a workhorse. Jude Bellingham, we know he's having problems. We know the experiment is done. This guy is not a midfielder. When he hasn't scored, and he hasn't scored in about 170 days or something, the guy doesn't offer enough. He's not like the Jude that I saw at Dortmund. I don't know what happened, if it's Ancelotti's tactics, but he doesn't seem like the guy that creates as much as he used to at Dortmund. He's not unlocked, in my opinion, in the midfield role. And you can see it without goals. He's average. But to the people that are complaining that he's having to do too much running, is he not a midfielder? Isn't that your whole debate and argument over the past year and a half? Because I said this guy is not a midfielder. I said this guy is a second striker. His best asset is runs in the box and physicality. I hope people now realize that this guy, as a midfielder, simply as a midfielder, is not on the level of someone like Pedri. And neither is he positionally similar to Pedri at all. The defense, Carvajal's injury is huge. They need to go for a right back in January because Vasquez is not it. Whether you have to play Militao there, I don't know what Carlo has to come up with, but Vasquez in the biggest games consistently, you cannot rely on him. Not only is he crap, he's not a right back by trade, and he's old. You cannot expect this guy to do everything. I almost feel bad for him. I'm sorry. It's not his fault. He's being asked to do too much. You can see it. It's just, he's not, you can see it. Right now, he's a problem. But other than that, the whole defensive line, man, is having issues because I'm looking at players like Militao. The guy is just not the same as a couple years back. I never rated him that much, but I thought he was a solid defender in the biggest stage. I don't know if the guy is making mistakes after mistakes. And last but not least, I want to talk a little bit more about a certain player, which I think should be a defender. Tchouaméni. This guy is not a 100 million player. This guy's not a midfielder. He's having a disaster class season. His worst season by far. Carlo has to change this guy's position or trade him in for a controller in the summer. I don't know. Something needs to happen because this is not the player that we all thought it was. He's lacking defensively. He's very slow. The amount of times I've seen this guy doing reckless challenges and injuring players is crazy. I don't know if he's just slow in the head or something, but or is he trying to injure somebody? Like, this guy, like, he's got to focus. I don't know what you're doing. Camavinga, like, why is Camavinga not playing ahead of him right now? It makes no sense. You're playing four midfielders, and one is a 40-year-old Modric, one is a second striker trying to be a midfielder gimmick, and another guy is playing trash. Camavinga should be starting. But yeah, man, that's on Madrid. I want to make a whole different video on Kylian Mbappe because this guy might actually be flop of the season. I know that's crazy because he's on a free, but considering his negative effect on this team, he might just be flop of the season, I'll be honest, which is crazy to say. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Sorry for the late upload. Election day, I was very engaged with that, so I hope you forgive me. But yeah, man, that's it. Peace out.